Okay. Oh, that's loud. Turn that down. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Mecca enjoyers. How's everyone doing? And turn that down. Okay. Good, everybody. I am running off a ton of caffeine right now. Mecca References Part 2 will be out tomorrow, I promise. Yeah, I've been a bit busy this past week. I'm getting ready to go on a trip next week to see family. But I will get a lot of relayer videos out. Probably have some stuff just in the queue. I should probably tweet this out. Okay. We'll see if more people funnel in here. Has anyone played Relayer? It only came out a couple days ago. What is a... It's for the PS4, PS5. It is a Mecca SRPG, like Super Robot Wars, except without all the crossover. It plays like Super Robot Wars. It's grid-based, turn-based. What is the best equipment for God, Mars and Z? Make him a big tank. You didn't miss anything, Chicha? Kinda Super Robot Wars meets Final Fantasy V. Kinda. Actually, I would say more like 10. In the way, not really counting the jobs, but with how it's turn-based. Your PS4 is pretty much done. Oh, rip. Instead of you move all your units on your turn and the enemy moves all their units on their turn, it's kind of like Final Fantasy X in that some of your guys go and then some of their guys. They're kind of just alternating units. And the job upgrade system is kind of like a light sphere grid, just not massive. I heard about Megaton Musashi. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, speed stat determines the turn order. I'm not sure right now. There might be abilities later on that do like a stun or haste buffs or something that'll make it so you can manipulate that. Yeah, I did see some of their ads for them adding a Mazinger and Getter on Megaton. Yeah, I thought Final Fantasy Tactics had that too. Yeah, Glowstick. I'm kind of surprised it's only for PS4, 5. You randomly got the ad. That's how it goes. Seaport would be nice. I prefer to just have everything on Steam. Do I have a Discord server? I do not, but I will work on one. Promise. I told myself I was going to do it at 1,000. I kind of missed the boat, but I will get one out soon. Gotta expand the reach. Yeah, I gotta sit down and really, like, tune one. I mean, I have, like, a personal one for me and my friends, but nothing fancy. What was my gateway to Mecca? I think I would actually say Super Robot Wars. Because my brother's like 10 years older than me, and he's the one who got me into really anime in general. And he was getting into Super Robot Wars in the mid-2000s. So he was showing me He was showing me the game, and I had already been like I had already liked SRPGs. I played a lot of Disgaea and Rhapsody: A Musical Adventure, my favorite SRPG. Based brother, yeah. Yeah, and he was playing like Alpha 3 and Impact and stuff. So I was always interested in it. But I'd say I didn't really get hard into Super Robot Wars and stuff until Z2. Z2 was when like I actually sat down and played. Hello, Charclone. No. I ought to ban you just from bringing that up. Kidding. You started Mecca with Code Geass. That's good. Code Geass is great. What was my first Super Robot Wars game? The first one I played was A on the DS. But I never beat it. And that's kind of what got me into other mecha, like Gunsword and Zoids Genesis. Like, just playing K got me into Gunsword and Zoids. What do I think of the current generation of OC characters? They're fine. None of them really speak to me. Like, Rand and Z was peak. Obviously the big mace boy. Would you like 86 in Super Robot Wars? Yes. My whole thing with series being in Super Robot Wars is as long as they have good set pieces. They could do cool stuff with them. Started with Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann's an interesting one for me to recommend to people. Because on one hand, it references a lot of older mecha. Like, Gurren Lagann stands on the shoulders of the mecha genre, period. But at the same time, if you watch like Gurren Lagann first, or it's one of your first, and then you start watching other ones, older ones, you kind of start piecing together what Gurren Lagann was trying to do and what it did. Like, that's really interesting to me. Like, every time I go back to watch Gurren Lagann, it's like I see more. What do we not want in Super Robot Wars? Yeah, I know, right? Want everything in Super Robot Wars. I feel like the ideal Super Robot Wars situation is just you piece out each series in terms of, I guess, threat in the antagonists, and then you just make a trilogy and then just scale it up each time. Chicha, I highly recommend watching the movies. The Gurren Lagann movies are really good. In fact, I would just recommend the movies to people for the most part. I have trouble recommending it for Yoko reasons. Ooh, you just finished Idion and you're on Be Invoked. Ooh, Be Invoked. No other mecha has affected me more than Be Invoked. Be Invoked put me in a cold sweat for that last, like, 10 minutes. It's actually insane how much that, like, messed me up. It was amazing. I did not get to see Macross Plus in theaters. I'm sad about that. I haven't seen a lot of anime in theaters, though. I've seen One Piece Stampede and Promare when they came out. Yeah, Gojira. I mean, I have Macross Plus on DVD, so I have both the series and the movie compilation. Metabots, Mecca or Mon? Ooh, that's a good question, actually. I want to say Mecca. Mechamon. Mechamons. First mecha you watched was Megas XLR. You know what? That's probably one of my earliest ones, too. Megas is so good. Yeah, exactly. Why can't it be both? That's kind of the thing about people. It's like, they think mecha and it's just mecha. Like, it could be genres. It's not like just because a show is mecha means that's the only genre it exists under. Yeah, Robotech. There's a reason why we hate Robotech. Well, Robotech's a mix between the three. They sandwiched Super Dimensional Fortress Macross, Southern Cross, and I think Orgus. Just like they mixed them all together in some weird, messed up way. Yeah, Macross Plus is super good. It's one of my favorite Macrosses, I guess. Mospita. I have Mospita too. Evangelion. Evangelion is mecha. I don't know why people say Evangelion isn't mecha. Like, sure, they have the weird fluid LCL or whatever, but it's like... That's my opinion on Battletech and Western mecha. That's a hard one. I like Battletech. I'm not super into it, like Gundam, right? Where it's like, there's all these suits. I don't know the random, like, not popular ones, I guess. How would I get others to play a Super Robot Wars game? Probably mostly based on... Well, first I would ask them if they like strategy RPG. Like if they like Fire Emblem or something. And if yes, then I would ask them if they watch mecha anime. And then if yes, what ones? Yeah, Chicha. It's also one of those things where you gotta look at the creator. Like Hideaki Anno, he was worked on Mecca. I mean, the dude made Gunbuster. He worked on Char's Counterattack. Like, Idion was an inspiration. Everyone says no to the Mecha anime question. Rip. Do I prefer the UC timeline or AU? I think most of the time AU, but I'm cool robot kind of guy. And I like bruisers. So like G Gundam. Yes. Gundam X. Gundam X is really good. Turn A. If you count Turn A as AU. I mean, UC... I think UC and AU, for the most part, are... You can separate them pretty well. AUs are... like pockets. Or more isolated kind of shows. The Idion is the strongest GM. I saw a chart on Twitter that was the timelines. It was like AU, UC, and then CC or whatever from like Turn A. And then right before UC was Idion. Gunbuster's the strongest Saku. Hell yeah. Yeah, Midori 8. Mecha has weird stigmas. Oh. Yeah, glow stick. More in the pocket. Everyone's mentioning the Die Guard theme. Yeah, I might play this as just Super Robot Wars stuff right now. Yeah, I would say I like Gundam in general. One of my favorite mechs. I have to think about that for a minute. You have a lot of Gundam models, and you have watched a lot of Gundam. Yeah. Yeah, it's a ZQ. For the most part, playlist. Yeah, I think the building part is fine. Like, even if you've never watched Gundam, just being like, hey, building's cool. Am I gonna stream Gundam Crossray? Maybe. The Die Guard Rocket Punch, yeah. Best parody. Yeah, Die Guard's a good little homage. It's a fun show. It didn't try to do anything too bombastic. The Infinity models. I like the Infinity models. Some people hate the weird lines. The etched lines. I think they're cool. Some favorite Super Robot finishers. Super Inazuma Kick's a classic. Honorable mention. So I'm sad that they did this for Z3. But in Z2 Part 2 with Grenlagon, when they added Giga Drill Maximum, I love Giga Drill Maximum. That's probably my favorite Grenlagon attack. But they got rid of it in Z3 and X. And I'm sad they didn't even just keep it as like a map attack. Like, that would have been cool. The colors. You only have the Lacus Clyde that has the mini skirt option. Nice. Yeah, Nadesco is awesome. It's been a long time since I've seen Nadesco. Nadesco was one of my first. I think I watched Nadesco around the same time I was watching Overman King Gainer. You don't have any of the models. So I'm lazy. Actually, it's not that I'm lazy, I just don't have time. I can't build the models, but I do buy just the already made ones. Like the Soul of Chogokin models, I have a few of those. I have the Getter Emperor and Mazen Kaiser SKL. Combattler would be cool. Yeah, Psybuster. Gundam for the most part is actually kind of hard, I feel, because a lot of them are just long. Like most Gundam series are 50 episodes-ish. I have heard some of the Hololive members sing Mecca anime openings. Korone singing Getarobo's original Toei opening. So good. Yeah, 50 episodes is a bit rough. Future of Super Robot Wars. It's hard to say after 30, because I'm not sure if they're going to continue with the open stage concept. I guess if they do, they could do some cool stuff with it. I've heard a lot of the Hololive members actually sing Grenlagon's opening. I think the other thing with Super Robot Wars is if they want to do a trilogy. I kind of count VXT as a trilogy, but not in the Alpha or Z sense. So I think if the next game has quite a bit of series that go over the story of most of the series in it, then I think we could expect that to be a trilogy. Or however many parts. Okay, Nicholas, no problem. I'll probably be live for a while. Anything else I've been playing aside from Mecca? Let's see, so been doing a lot of cross rays, 30 auto farming, D2 and W, the Mecca stuff. I finished farming out my post-game save in Final Fantasy VII, the original one. I just bought Triangle Strategy, so I'm probably gonna play that. Started kind of getting back into first-person shooters, mainly because I need to practice for Gundam Evolution, because I'm gonna play the hell out of that probably, unless it's awful. It looks promising. Knights and Magic was a hard one to put in Super Robot Wars to begin with, I think, because you don't need, like, Ernie doesn't even get the Ikaruga until halfway through the anime. Yeah, the open stage in 30. Well, the post game was not existent really. Like, ideally I want a Super Robot Wars with that open stage system and post game to actually have post game stuff. Like, think of like Disgaea, how Disgaea does post game. Where it's like, okay, say you have Zambot 3, right? And the game didn't use Zambot 3's story, but they add a stage post-game, and I don't know, Killer the Butcher just shows up, and you you tussle with Killer the Butcher for like a stage or something. Yeah, I'm a big fan of games with post-game stuff. I haven't played Elden Ring. I'm not too keen on Souls games. It's not really about even the difficulty for me. I played God Hand, and God Hand is the most crippling thing I've ever done. That game's like 4 hours long, and it took me 20 to beat it, because it was just constant death. I've played the older Trials games. What, Trials of Heroes? Wait, it has Mecca? I might have to try Trials of Cold Steel now. I didn't know it had Mecca. Yeah, the opening to Knights and Magic was, well, I don't know. What other things could they even do? Yeah, Gunbuster. Aim for the top. I don't know if you can cut that Shogokin Zeto. But having Raiden. Dude, I would love Metal Gear in a Super Robot Wars game. They can just have Rex and Ray. Hell, then, yeah, just have Raiden run around. Why not? I mean, in Revengeance, your first boss is like, hey, here's fight Metal Gear Ray, and then throw it into the air, and then slice it up. Hype to maximum. Yeah, Knights of Magic was cool. I really like it. Like, I guess the problem with Metal Gear is that, I mean, there's not much actual mecha stuff going on. Like, it would be funny if you could just have Snake as a unit, and he just, like, uses the rocket launcher. Put him in with Full Metal Panic and have Sosuke give him a Bontakun. Yeah, despite the advertising, Super LOZ is far from visible. Yeah, you see Mazinger get wrecked quite a few times. I mean, in terms of device for show, it's like Gundarium, right? Gundanium? Whatever the Gundam one is. Where it's like, yeah, it's a cool material and it's hard and whatever. But yeah, not invincible. Like that scene in the original Mobile Suit Gundam where Amuro's doing final shot and his head and arms just gone. Yeah, Mazinger Z was a perfect machine that needs no upgrade. And then bam, Great Mazinger comes in. Yeah, I guess replaced by Great Mazinger. Thank you, Jay Cald. Welcome. Yeah, several upgrades. The Scrander. Zero. It's kind of crazy how much better, in terms of the show, how much better Great Mazinger was from just regular Mazinger Z. It's time, boys. What got me into Mecca and Super Robot Wars? I mentioned it earlier. My brother got into Super Robot Wars in the mid-2000s. And he was into anime in general, so he got me into anime. And then he was also like big into Mecha at that time. Like, yeah, I watched Gundam Wing when it was on Toonami. I didn't care too much. And then like Big O and stuff. Full Metal Panic. Full Metal Panic's a big one. Do I have any mecha titles I would like to see in future games? There's stuff that has been, but hasn't been in mainline games. I'd like to see Kotetsu Shinji again. Shinji, Mazen Kaiser SKL, Fafner, like a lot of the DS ones. I just want to see a lot of the DS debuts. X Kaiser, yeah, more Braves. I think future games are gonna start adding in Braves. Maybe two or three at most. They'll have a debut one, and then they'll have like a complimentary. Kind of like in T, where they had Gao Gaigar with Might Gain. Rumors of an old SRW remake. I think the only problem with them doing a remake of an older game is getting the licenses again. Dude, if they do a Z series remake, just impact it. Just make Z Impact and cram all 5 games into one game. Yeah, I don't know where those rumors came from, really. Other than, like, it hasn't happened in a while. Yeah, Go Lion fighting with Gal Gaigar. Yeah, that's right. W had Go Lion and Gal Gaigar. Lion Bros. Yeah, do Shinji and just combine it with old G. So you have Amuro in a bottle, Jeeg fighting with Shinji. any non-mecha shows I like. I watch quite a bit of anime. One Piece has been my big thing. And I might make a Twitter post about this. The recent chapter of One Piece is like... blew my damn mind. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Lucky Star. I like earlier Kyoto Animation Works. Most of their key anime adaptations are top tier. Like Clannad. I hold Clannad as the best romance anime ever made. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point, Glowstick. Remake of an older game probably means Toei Getter. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. But at this point, with Arc out, just do the manga story, and then have Armageddon VAs. Like, I don't know why they don't do that. Yeah, a lot of classic series with his voice actor. Dan Gaio. I think Dan Gaio falls under that. Yeah, they could do a OG. They can do the OG games on Steam. I don't know why not. Are any of the OG games on Steam? I don't think so. $30? Yeah, I see that. VNXR. Yeah, original Guy King, Daimos. Yeah, One Piece. One Piece has been just all bangers since chapter 1000. Cornelia from Code Geass as a playable unit. That would be nice. I mean, Code Geass has already had full plot inclusion, so they can do some weird stuff with it now. Yeah, I hope Macross comes back now. That would be so nice. Get our manga story would be cool. Yep. Yeah, the Getter Robo Go team from the anime. They need to just mix Getter in general. So I don't know how many of you have read Getter Robo Devolution, but Devolution's plot literally allows like every Getter can just exist in one universe at the same time. Apparently Dorada mentioned, I think they're working on OG3. So we'll see. Mazinger Zero does that for all mecha. That is true. Yeah, Muv-Luv would be interesting to see. But Demon Bane is. Demon Bane was in UX, I think. And they didn't even use... They just used anime Demon Bane. I don't know if they'd ever use visual novel Demon Bane. I guess that's true, glow stick. Yeah, Nightmare of Nunnally in Super Robot Wars. Yeah, use... Oh, there's Exile of Akito. You can use that. There's some spin-off Code Geass stuff that would be cool. Finn versus Neo Texas Mac. Yeah, that's what we want. We need more Texas Mac inclusion. Any series I would dislike seeing come into Super Robot Wars. Like Hard Mecca, none. Because even if like Darling in the Franxx, everyone brings up Darling in the Franxx. Like, they'll fix the story, and even then, there's some cool set pieces. People bring up stuff like Attack on Titan. I wouldn't be mad, honestly. I think I'd be more upset about people being upset about it. What's the BGM in the background? Try again. From Macross 7. Z3's version. I guess XLR and Super Robot Wars. That would be awesome. I don't know how the licensing would go with that, though. Best and worst animations in the series. I absolutely hated Endless Waltz units in Z3. The side units, not the Wing Zero. Like, the side units got shafted in animation. Like, what did they do to my boy Death Scythe? Death Scythe in Z2 was so good. The jammer attack was so good. That was the best Wing ever got. And then they were like, they added Endless Waltz in Z3, and then just completely took a dump on their animation. Obligatory God or best animation. God Mars is funny. God Mars is a weird situation because it's just they were just being accurate to the show. I've actually legitimately seen people upset. They're like, "Why is God Mars' attack so crappy?" And I'm like, "That's literally. Have you not seen God Mars? That's literally how it was in the show." Most things having unique interactions. Yeah. Tricky mentioned this in a comment on one of the videos or posts about support attack and defend, where I don't really think support attack and defend are good skills, but they have interactions, and especially when they do voice actor specials, like Gridman with Masaki. Yeah, Megas is in... I don't know what Cartoon Network's doing with Megas. Sad. Super Robot Wars 30 final boss could be better in a lot of ways. Yeah. Here's the thing, I like my final bosses as, like, planetary or galactic threats. Like, I don't know, the Magister just didn't really do it for me. And his attack was really choppy. That was the other thing. His animation was actually, like, kinda hard to watch. Yeah, Godmar's OP. Banger. Different mecha enemies got released last year have potential. Yeah. Everything does. Super Robot Wars team is committed. They will get stuff in. Kyokai Senkai in particular, if I recall, is Sunrise. So that's basically free real estate for them. 86. 86 would be cool. Get a Robo Arc is definitely a shoe-in. I mean, hell, they already put Arc in Super Robot Wars DB, so... I think the Holy Trinity always has room for Super Robot Wars. Funny you mentioned that, Belvia. So, people had weird issues with how attack animation... It's that weird few second, like a second of black before animations start. And it's just kind of how they changed how animations are going to be. So there was the full-size animations. They're more dynamic now because of that. And a lot of people didn't really understand that. Is there any series I'm tired of seeing? I will never say the Holy Trinity. In any capacity, they should always be there. Even with Armageddon, I just wish they'd do a bit more with them. But a series... I can't think of a series I'm actually tired of seeing. They swap them out pretty good. I'd say by Super Robot Wars T, I was kind of over Mike Guy. Oh, Prince of Darkness. Nadesco Prince of Darkness. I want TV Nadesco. I guess that's one I would say. Yeah, 30's final boss didn't really... He didn't seem that final. Combat Order deserves all, hell yeah. Lazener coming back, or Idion. They should have had Idion in Z3, to be honest. I haven't heard of that one, Charclone. Super Robot Wars is getting too easy. So... I want to say yes, but I also want to say that they could just balance... Like, for just story stuff, it's whatever to me. But they could make either post-game or harder stages more balanced towards, you know, all of your guys are upgraded and have pilot skills and stuff. Like, they could balance that later. That kind of goes into my post-game thing. Yeah, Robo really suffered with the lack of new anime, yeah. But Arc was nice. I was happy about Arc. Terrain-related animation, yeah. Die Garden Z2 with the drill arm. If you have him on the ground and you attack an air unit, he'll do the rocket punch. Thank you, Jig. Gekigangar 3. Yeah, add Gekigangar 3. Not even with Nadesco. Just put Gekigangar 3 in a Super Robot Wars game without even mentioning Nadesco. I think W handled Nadesco. Yeah, the Ultraman character in space. Doesn't really make any sense, but, you know, whatever. It's just fun. It doesn't... To me, it doesn't have to make a lot of sense. I mean, a lot of the time they just kind of shoehorn in, like, oh, the Tuatha de Danann and the submarine in Full Metal Panic. Oh, we'll just modify them to go into space. No big deal. Yeah, I want new Getarobo. Eureka 7 to return. Eureka 7 would be great. Just not pocket full of rainbows or whatever. Fun fact about Bones, Mecca. Each of the series has only had one inclusion. Braxophon and MX. Uh-oh. Stream's dying. I was afraid of this.